My name's Brian Basil,
My name is Bobby Wyckoff.
and this is a story about how I came to know God. So, grew up in Catholic church, knew God a little bit. You know, it was more something that had to be done, or you know, the family just did that. And you know, didn't really have a true relationship with God or Jesus. And then we come to the point where your son EJ brought an invitation home to my son Cash, Easter I believe it was.
Yeah, like it was last year.
Just last year, Easter, and my son Cash showed an interest. My wife said, "Hey, we should, you know, let's try this out." Definitely felt the Holy Spirit tugging on us, and that's kind of when we come to meet you guys at the other church,
Right.
and where we started this journey.
Right. Yeah, and that from there, I guess, like I said, really, Elliot and Cash had already been hanging out, but we didn't really get to meet and connect yet. But once we started going to church together, that way we could just tell that, like, okay, this is a relationship we want to invest in.
Felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, my first time here, I immediately felt like at home. You know, I walking in and I was
I
like,
remember
oh,
you saying
hey,
that, yeah.
hey. And that feels so good. And I want that for my kids and for my family, to be able to walk in and to know people and to have that sense of community that you can grow closer to the Lord in. There's nothing more important.
Yeah. Yeah, being new in my faith, I felt that immediately coming here. Pastor David was amazing at answering questions and simplifying it and guiding and making it easy. Been a direct link to the pastor and having the relationships here. That's kind of really what put me on the strong path with my relationship with Jesus. It was amazing meeting with him, and the way that he put it to me. You know, that tug you feel, the Holy Spirit you feel, I mean, that is the first step. And he, step by step, he broke it down for me. And I literally made the decision of, you know, that Holy Spirit tugging at me, that fire inside me, that my faith is all in. And when I did that, it was like a weight lifted off. And having Jesus directly connected in my life has changed my outlook on everything. You know, having him to talk to, know that he's there for me, to give things to, it's been life-changing.
To think that I didn't have the Lord in my life is just kind of crazy to even think of. It's changed my perspective on the way that I deal with literally everything. From relationships or to tough things at home, or to tough family problems that I might be dealing with, or to tough fatherly things that I might be dealing with. It's just completely changed my perspective, and it's just shown me that there's just nothing more important than your relationship with God, because once you develop that and you start to really invest into it, everything else just kind of falls into place. Everything else just seems so much more simple. And it is a weight lifted off your shoulders. It is a sense of comfort that you just can't explain without having it. And then being able to share your faith, to me, is just it's like the coolest experience in the entire world.
God has to be at the center of my life. If God is, he's my stability at the top. When God's at the top, that's my balance in life, for my relationships, my wife, being a father. You know, I really have to have that anchor with that relationship in Jesus and God.
To think that this stemmed from, you know, EJ taking an invite card and handing them out at school, to going to a church, to coming here at Covenant and connecting with community and growing those relationships. I mean, I just think of the impact that one little invite card got to do, and to where we are now here at Covenant, and growing our relationship with God and growing it together.